With climate change, global disasters, and God knows what, places are rapidly changing and much faster than we think. In today's list, we'll be telling you about 15 places to visit before they disappear. Before we start our top 15, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn your notifications on so that you don't miss any of our new videos. Starting with number 15, Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta is Indonesia's massive capital. It sits on the northwest coast of the island of Java. The city is filled with a historic mix of cultures: Javanese, Malay, Chinese, Arab, Indian, and European. All of these cultures have influenced the city's architecture, language, and cuisine. With overpopulation, the city of Jakarta has 10.5 million people. That's an insane amount of people in one city. Dangerous coasts of Indonesia's capital are sinking at a rapid rate. So the main issue is that excessive groundwater pumping has been causing the seawater to seep into the mainland. And of course, the rising population in the coastal areas only aggravates the situation. Another reason is poor structural planning. So make sure you get a chance to visit Jakarta before it sinks. The best times of year are between July and October. Number 14, Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system, composed of over 2,900 individual reefs and 900 islands. The reef is located in the Coral Sea off the coast of Queensland, Australia. It extends over 14 degrees of latitude from shallow estuarine areas to deep oceanic waters. Within the vast expanse is a unique range of ecological communities, habitats, and species, all of which make the reef one of the most complex natural ecosystems in the world. Unfortunately, the reef is disappearing due to rising ocean temperatures, water pollution, and fishing. All of these things are causing erosion to the largest coral reef in the world. Some scientists say that it could be dead within the next 40 years, taking a momentous amount of sea life with it. Best to go and dive or snorkel in the reef before it's gone forever. Number 13, the Dead Sea, Israel and Jordan. The Dead Sea is a salt lake bordered by Jordan to the east and Israel and the West Bank to the west. It lies in the Jordan Rift Valley and its main tributary is the Jordan River. The lake's main surface is 430.5 meters below sea level, making its shores the lowest land-based elevation on Earth. It is nearly impossible to swim in the Dead Sea. Because of the high salt content of the water, people who bathe in the Dead Sea can float on the surface of the water. 50 years ago, the border countries began diverting water from the Dead Sea, sinking it by about 3 feet per year. Scientists predict that it will dry up within the next 40 years. So, grab your chance to get a bath in the salt sea before it's all dried up. Number 12, Komodo Island, Indonesia. Komodo Island, part of the Lesser Sunda chain of Indonesian islands, is the rugged habitat of the 3-meter-long Komodo dragon monitor lizard. Komodo National Park covers the entire region and is home to more than 4,000 dragons and is made up of rusty red volcanic hills, savannas, and forests. Its surrounding waters of seagrass beds, mangrove shrublands, and coral reefs are famous for diving. The home of the deadly Komodo dragons, this Indonesian island has some of the most awesome diving spots in the world. The island is enriched with spectacular coral reefs and fish, adding to its beauty and natural diversity. Environmentalists say the reef will soon succumb to the growing acidification and rising temperatures. So, grab your chance now to see or get killed by a Komodo dragon. Number 11, the Galapagos Islands. The Galapagos Islands is a volcanic archipelago in the Pacific Ocean. It's considered one of the world's foremost destinations for wildlife viewing. Pollution, climate change, even cats and dogs, and introduced species may see this volcanic archipelago lose its incredible and famous wildlife. Get a chance to see sea lions, iguanas, giant tortoises, and penguins before it's too late. Number 10, Antarctica. Antarctica, the southernmost continent and site of the South Pole, is a virtually uninhabited ice-covered landmass. Most cruises to the continent visit the Antarctic Peninsula, which stretches towards South America. It's known for the Lemaire Channel and Paradise Harbor, striking iceberg-flanked passageways, and Port Lockroy, a former British research station turned museum. The peninsula's isolated terrain also shelters rich wildlife, including many penguins. It may be a while yet, but according to NASA, Antarctica is thawing. Restrictions are already in place to help stop the thawing. For instance, cruise ships with more than 500 passengers are no longer allowed to sail the straits. Number 9, the Pyramids of Giza. The Giza Pyramid Complex, also called the Giza Necropolis, is the site on the Giza Plateau in Greater Cairo, Egypt, that includes the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Pyramid of Khafra, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, along with their associated pyramid complexes and the Great Sphinx of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza, along with the Sphinx, are on everybody's bucket list, but not for long, as this massive wonder of the world is facing a major threat. Sewage and pollution are slowly eroding the plates that they stand on, and if the required steps aren't taken in time, these structures might collapse. Number 8. Olympia, Greece. Olympia in Greece might not be the best known place on our list, but it certainly deserves to be here. Olympia has had a major contribution to shaping the history of the world. It is a small town in Elis on the Peloponnese Peninsula in Greece. It is famous for the nearby archaeological site, which was a major pan-Hellenic religious sanctuary of ancient Greece. This is where the ancient Olympic Games were held every 4 years throughout classical antiquity. This was from the 8th century BC to the 4th century AD. This prehistoric city has fallen prey to rampant wildfires in recent years caused by hot and dry summers and low rainfall levels that are even threatening to destroy the ancient ruins here. Number 7. Bordeaux, France. Bordeaux, the hub of the famed wine-growing region, is a port city on the Garonne River in southwestern France. It is known for its Gothic cathedral, Saint-André, 18th to 19th century mansions, and notable art museums such as the Musée des Beaux-Arts de Bordeaux. Sadly for us wine lovers, climate change is affecting wine production in Bordeaux. Shifts in temperature, rainfall, and sunshine in the south of France have slashed Bordeaux's output of wine, which is predicted to collapse by 2/3 over the next half a century. Time to plan that wine trip now before you never get to taste the delights of pure French wine. Number 6. Ancient Petra. Petra is an ancient city that lies in present-day Jordan and dates back to the 4th century BC. Ruins of the once great metropolis and trading center now serve as an important archaeological site and tourist attraction. This spectacular rock city is on the watch list of the World Monuments Fund, which notes that it faces both natural and human threats, e.g. earthquakes, mass tourism, and flash floods. This might be your last chance to visit Petra before it disappears in the sand. Number 5. Nicaragua. Nicaragua, set between the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, is a Central American nation known for its dramatic terrain of lakes, volcanoes, and beaches. Vast Lake Managua and the iconic stratovolcano Momotombo sit north of the capital, Managua. To its south is Grenada, noted for its Spanish colonial architecture and an archipelago of navigable islets rich in tropical bird life. Building a 270-kilometer coast-to-coast canal would change its landscape forever. The $50 billion projects have stalled, but if it gets off the ground, the impact on Nicaragua's native wildlife, pristine countryside, and the mighty lake will be devastating. You should add Nicaragua to your list of places to visit before it disappears too. Number 4. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall is not a continuous line. There are side walls, circular walls, parallel walls, and sections with no wall. High mountains or rivers form a barrier instead. In the Qing Dynasty, 221 to 206 BC, glutinous rice flour was used to bind the Great Wall bricks. While some restoration of the Great Wall is happening, a lack of substantial government funding to protect the landmark means its future will continue to be threatened. So, time to go for a walk on the wall before it turns into rubble. Number 3. Amazon Rainforest, South America. The Amazon Rainforest, covering much of northwestern Brazil and extending into Colombia, Peru, and other South American countries, is the world's largest tropical rainforest. Famed for its biodiversity, it's crisscrossed by thousands of rivers, including the powerful Amazon. The sad part is, they may always remain undiscovered with the present rate of deforestation, global warming, mining, and forest fires in the Amazon that is causing these forests to slowly erode. Time to go to the jungle. Number 2. Venice, Italy. Venice, known also as the City of Canals, the Floating City, and Serenissima, is arguably one of Italy's most picturesque cities. With its winding canals, striking architecture, and beautiful bridges, Venice is a popular destination for travel. Due to rising sea levels and natural tectonic processes, the stunning floating city is sinking at a rate of 1 to 2 millimeters per year, according to a study by Scripps Institution of Oceanography. That translates to around 8 centimeters over the next 2 decades. Now's the time to book a romantic holiday to Venice with your beloved significant other. Number 1. The Maldives. The Maldives, officially the Republic of Maldives, is a small archipelagic state in South Asia situated in the Indian Ocean. It has a warm and tropical climate, and this is one of the main reasons why it's so popular for tourists. The small islands are beautiful with white sandy beaches. In 2017, it has been revealed that climate change has accelerated the rate at which sea levels are rising, so it stands to reason that the destination most at risk is the lowest lying country in the world, an island nation composed of a series of atolls formed from coral in the Indian Ocean. It's best to go and visit the Maldives now while it's still a tropical paradise with year-round temperatures in the low 80s, crystalline waters, and beaches that glow in the dark. That's it for today. Go and book a trip for yourself to one of these breathtaking places. Thanks for watching our video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and leave us a comment.